Going to go over the rest of the questions together. So here we have question number 13. What is the product of these two? So 2 times negative 3 becomes negative 6. But when you multiply those two uh, numbers, x squared and x cubed, we have to add up the exponents. Hence it becomes negative 6 times x to the 5th power, which would be choice B. Alright, let's look at number 14. Here, when you have 3.6 times 10 to the 5th power, all you have to do is move the decimal point 5 times to the right. 3, 4, 5. And we fill the rest of them with a 0, so we are looking at 3, 6, and 4 zeros following right after, which will be choice number B once again. Alright, let us look at number 15. We're looking for rational number. Rational number means numbers that can be put into ratios. Now, so given that we have pi here, it's an irrational number. Square root of 15 is also an irrational number, but square root of 16, in fact, that's equal to 4. So therefore, that is our answer. Now here, number 16, Colin has a pocket full of change, total this much, with equal amount of pennies, and nickels, and dimes, and quarters. Now, in this case, we are looking at pennies. And then we have nickels, and then dimes, and then quarters. They have equal amounts, so why don't we call that as x for each one of them? But the values for each one is penny is 0.01, the nickel is 0.05, and then dime is 0.10, quarter is 0.25. And then when you try to find the amount, we just have to multiply them, which is 0.01x, 0.05x, next one is 0.1x, the last one is 0.25x. When you add them up, we end up getting 0.41x. But that has to be equal to 492. So when you divide each side by 0.41, we will realize that x must be equal to 12. So therefore, we are looking at each one is equal to 12. We're looking for total coins in these pockets. So we're looking at 4 of the 12, so therefore we end up getting 48 coins. Alright, number 17. Now what is the value of x? So in this case, what we have to do is first distribute. So 8x plus 4, when you multiply 8 to 2x, and 4 to 2x and 4 to 1, is equal to 27 plus 6x minus 15. Now, if you have to combine them together, we will end up getting 8x plus 4, and then 27 minus 15 becomes 12 plus 6x. So if you have to subtract 4 from each side, and subtract 6x from each side, we'll end up getting 8 is equal to 2x. And therefore x will be equal to 4 as we divide each side by 2. Now then x equals 4 right over here, choice A. Alright, coin bank, nickel, dime, so nickel, dime, and quarters. We have three kinds. There are 3 times as many nickels as dimes. So dime will be x, then nickel will be 3x. And there are 5 more than quarters than nickels. So nickels is 3x, but quarter becomes 3x plus 5, because quarter is 5 more than that. The total value is 625. Then what we have to do is multiply by each value, 0.05, 0.1, and 0.25, And then values will be, when you multiply these two things, will end up getting 0.15x, here 0.1x, here we get 0.75x plus 1.25. When you add them up everything, then we end up getting 1x, 0.75 plus 0.1 plus 0.1.5 becomes 1x plus 1.25 is equal to 6.25. So by subtracting 1.25, then we end up getting x is equal to 5. Now the question is find the number of each type of point. Then here we have x equals 5. Here is 3 times of 5, which becomes 15. But here 5 more than that becomes 20. There it goes. Number 19. Here we have y-intercept is -4. So which one has y-intercept of -4? We are looking at B or D. But the slope is in fact positive because as you're going up by 4, you're going over to the right by 2. So slope has to be positive. So therefore not D, but D would be our answer. Here we have anything to the 0 power is equal to 1. So in fact this simplifies to 3 over 4 times by 1. But whenever you multiply, it will be the same thing. So choice A would have been our answer. Number 21, the fact that slope is a y2 minus y1. That means 2 minus 7 over, same order, 4 minus 6. Now once you calculate this one, we get -5 on top. From the bottom, we get -2, which is 5 over 2. That becomes our answer, which is choice number A. Number 22, in an equation of the line whose slope is -2, so that means we are looking at -2x, and y-intercept is 3, so we are looking at +3. That is the equation of the line. So we end up getting this. That becomes our answer. Number 23, what is the y-intercept? Y-intercept is simply the number all the way at the end when you solve for y by itself. So we end up getting -2/3 becomes our answer, which is choice C. Let's look at number 24. To find the value of x, we have to distribute 4. We end up getting 4x minus 8 minus 3 is equal to 9. That means you get 4x minus 11 is equal to 9. And then when you could add 11 to each side. Then we end up getting 4x is equal to 20. Now then value of x becomes, it becomes 5. Number 25, when you subtract two numbers with the same sign, you keep the sign and then add up the values. So we change up that getting -101. That becomes our answer. Number 26, here, if you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, then we can say 1.7 because the number became bigger. That means the exponent has to be -4. So that becomes our answer, which is choice C. All right, here, 5 less than. Whenever you still want less than, we need to switch the order. So 3 times x minus 5. That's what we end up getting, which is choice B. All right, number 28. Slope of the equation is, slope is the number in front of x when you solve for y by itself. That means -3 becomes our slope. All right, here, what is that equivalent to? You just have to distribute 5 to x and 1. Then we get 12 plus 5x plus 5. Then here, when you add them up, we get 5x plus 17. So therefore, our answer will be choice number C. Now, number 30, which are the following: sum of the two consecutive even integers. Two consecutive even integers, that means we gotta have x and then x plus 2. When you add them up, both of them, then we end up getting simply 2x plus 2. Can that be equal to 146? Let's try to check it. Then we get, by subtracting 2, we get 2x must be equal to 144. Then dividing it by 2 on each side, then x will be equal to 72. That works. But the number that wouldn't work is 147, because when you add up two consecutive even integers, you will realize that it's got to be even number. You see multiples of 2 here, so therefore this will not be it. How about 140? 148. 148, here we end up getting, then 2x plus 2 becomes 148. When we subtract 2, we get 2x will be equal to 146. And then when you divide by 2, then x becomes 73. But 73 wouldn't work because it's not an even number. Now, 144 will be also this wouldn't work because this will be the this will get us x being equal to 71. You can try to do this one by yourself. Therefore, our correct answer will be choice A. Now, 3 times a number is increased by 24. Then 3 times a number is increased by 24. The result is 4 less than minus 4. Notice that how I'm putting it at the end. 7 times the number. So that becomes our final choice. Then choice D will be our answer. Alright, number 32. 4 less than x, that means x minus 4. That's how to write it. Make sure you switch the order. Number 33. Maria is twice as old as Sue, so that means m and s will be x, that means m will be equal to 2x. Now, x represents Sue's age, which expression represents how old Maria will be in 3 years. So currently it will be 2x, but in 3 years, then we have to add 2x plus 3, so which will be equal to choice number B. Alright, here we want to simplify this one. Since signs are not the same, we need to find the difference, but to follow the sign of the bigger one. Therefore, difference becomes 7, but bigger one is 25 that has the negative sign. Then we'll end up getting B becomes our answer. Here, negative exponent means we have to switch the orders. So we're going to get 3 over 4 square. When you get the square, then we have to square each one of them. So 3 square over 4 square. 3 square is equal to 9 over 4 square becomes 16. So 9 over 16 becomes our answer. Alright, so what is this equivalent to? 18 and negative 3, when you divide them, you end up getting negative 6. How about x? X to the third, x to the third. When you cancel them out, there's nothing left. So we don't have any x. Y squared divided by y becomes y. So we're looking at negative 6y. Negative 6y will be choice B becomes our answer. Here, negative exponent means 1 over 5. And then you have to square that. So square will be right over here, which is equal to 1 over 25. 25 is the square of 5. So choice 1A will be our answer. Number 38. Product of these two. 5 times 3 becomes 15. And x squared times x to the 5th becomes x to the 7th. And then therefore the answer will be choice number C. Now, slope of this equation. Now, in order for us to find the slope, what we need to do is we need to solve for y by itself first. In order for us to do that, we got to add up 2x on each side. Then we end up getting y equals 2x plus 4. Then what's the number in front of x? Becomes 2. So therefore 2 becomes our slope, number 39. Now, we want to simplify this one. Let's try to do this one together now. Here, 2 times 3 becomes 6 times 10 to the, yes, that's right, 5th power, because we need to add up the exponents. On the bottom, 6 times 1 becomes, yes, it becomes 6, but 10 times -1, and then 6 becomes minus, basically 5. Then when you simplify this one, since numerator and denominator is equal to each other, we end up getting 1 as our answer. Now, sum of 3 consecutive even integers is 78. How would I express that? So first, second, third, first one is x, second one is x plus 2, consecutive even, right? Even, that means difference is 2, next one is x plus 4. Now when you add them up, it becomes 78. So in other words, 3x plus 6 is equal to 78. So when you subtract 6 from both sides, then you will end up getting 3x is equal to 72. So when you divide by 3, then x must be equal to 24. So that's another thing which we end up getting. Then x equals 24. Then this becomes 24. Next one becomes 26. The final one becomes what? 28. Alright, number 42. Now this is very similar to the earlier one. When you divide, then what happened? 18 times x to the 6th power divided by 3 times x to the 3rd power. So 16 divided by 3 becomes, 18 divided by 3 becomes 6. So we're looking at 6 and x to the 6th. In division, we have to subtract the exponent, so 6 minus 3 becomes 3. So 6x cubed, that's what we're looking for, choice B. Number 43, y-intercept. Y-intercept is when you when you add up 2x on each side, we'll end up getting y equals 2x plus 4. So plus 4 will be our answer for number 43. Alright, so number 44, 3 times a number is decreased by n. So 3n minus 5, the result is 7. Obviously, we're going to add by 5 on each side. Here 3n is equal to 12. And what is n equal to? N is equal to 4. So that's how we can find out the value of n. Now, number 45, x represents the smallest 3 consecutive even integers. Largest one would have been, so x, next one will be x plus 2, and next one will be x plus 4. But 3 consecutive even integers would have been something like this. Since x is the smallest, the largest one will be x plus 4, which is once again choice B from our answer. Number 46, all you have to do is distribute negative 3, so 15x minus 9x minus 12 is equal to 6. So here we have 6x is equal to 18, and x equals what? 3. So that becomes our answer. With that, this is the solution for the rest of the Thanksgiving packet. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys later. Bye.